ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا محمد عبده ورسوله. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious and the most merciful, indeed we seek His mercy, we seek His help, we seek His forgiveness from the evil act of our soul and from the consequence of our action. Indeed, whomever He guided, there is none who can misguide him, and whomever He misguided, there is none who can guide him to the right path. I bear witness and testify that there is no God that we have to worship but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I bear witness and testify that Muhammad is His final messenger of Him. أيها الإخوة وأيها الأحبة في الله نحييكم ونسلمكم بأحسن تحية المباركة ألا وهي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Beloved brothers and sisters in Islam and all who are following us in this Muslim YouTube channel, which is Ainumadi TV1, we are greeting everyone in the best way of greeting, which is may the mercy, barakah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon all of you. We come today for another edition within the night of Ramadan to discuss a very, very important topic, inshallah, which will be Laylatul Qadri, which will be the night of degree, the night of destiny, and the night of power, as we are in the last 10 days of the Ramadan. أيها الإخوة وأيها الأحبة، ليلة القدر أيها الإخوة إنها ليلة العظيم. The night of power, the night of destiny, the night of degree, it is indeed a great night. And it is named after Qadr because of its greatness. It is named after Qadr because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will going to estimate whatever will happen into our life. Whether we will become wealthy in this year, or whether we will travel from one country to another in this year, or whether we will have an accident, wal-iyadu billah, in this year. Everything will going to estimate by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala things that are going to happen into our life within this year. It is a night in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised to forgive us all our sin. It is a night in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent His mercy upon all His servants who are seeking His mercy and His forgiveness in it. It is a night in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala erased some of our names in hellfire to paradise. May we be part of those people. It is a night of peace upon all believers from all fearness. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Salamun hiya hatta matla'il fajr. That peace will be sent down up to the break of dawn. It is a night in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the Quran. The Quran was revealed in the night of degree, in the night of power, from Lawul Mahfuz ila Bayt al-Izzah, to Bayt al-Izzah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is comparing this night, the value of this night, with the value of 1,000 months, which is equivalent to 84 years. There is one day the Prophet was sitting with his followers, with his Sahabas. He narrated a story. The story includes a gentleman who took his sword, his cutlass, and intend to enter in jihad. And jihad means to fight for Islam to stand. He fought for 84 years and later died. After his death, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was very happy with him. And he forgave all of his sin. After, the Sahabas were very happy with that story. All of them were saying, hadn't been we were like this one. Hadn't been we have what this guy have. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed them and blessed the ummah with Laylatul Qadr, as the value of this night will be equivalent for someone who have worshipped Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for more than 84 years. And this night, it is in the last 10 days of this Ramadan. Even though there are so many scholars who agree that this night it is in 27th day of this month. And there are so many signs which make them to agree that it is the 27th. Among those signs is Laylatul Qadr itself is mentioned in the Surah Tul Qadr 3 times. And when you count the words, it gives you 27, which makes some of the scholars to agree that this night it is the 27th of Ramadan. Another sign is there was one Sahaba who was called Ibn Abbas, who swore to God. He said that he knows where this night is. When he was asked, he said this night it is found in 27. Another hadith also where the Prophet asks his Sahabas, who can remember the night in which the moon rose like a bowl, the moon rose like a half of a plate? And the Sahabas say that that night exactly falls on 27, which make many scholars to agree that this night is on the 27th of this month. But the Prophet never told us any day. He instructed us just to be searching it within the odd numbers for the last 10 days of Ramadan. Within the last 10 days of Ramadan. وهي في إحدى الليالي من 10 الأواخر في شهر رمضان. فقد كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يجتهد في 10 الأواخر من رمضان ما لا يجتهد في غيرها. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whenever the last 10 days enter, he increased his deeds. He increased his prayers in it. And there is a hadith narrated by Aisha radiallahu anha. قالت أنه كان يعتكف فيها ويتحرى ليلة قدر خلالها أو ما معناه. That the Prophet, whenever the 10 days enters, he will be staying in the mosque, worshipping his Lord, worshipping his God, who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and searching this great night, which is Laylatul Qadr, in the last 10 days. وفي صحيحين من حديث عائشة رضي الله عنها أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان إذا دخل العشر أحيا الليل وأيقظ أهله وشد مئذره. Aisha also narrated in another hadith. She said that whenever the last 10 days enter, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will wake all of his family members for them to increase their deeds in it, just for them to attain this great night, which is Laylatul Qadr. Then as far, we don't know exactly the day this night is, but the Prophet just asked us to search it within the last 10 days of the Ramadan. Then if you don't want to be among the losers, make sure that you capitalize on the last 10 days to increase your worship, to increase your deeds in it, without just making it as one day. Capitalize on it, and inshallah you will attain it, as it is not beyond it.